Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. So I want to take some time, like I do pretty much every year, to give some announcements to you, to both my Facebook and YouTube audience. Before I get into it, let me humbly thank you again for another great year. We filmed a lot of videos. I hope that you've been enjoying them. I hope that they've helped you, and I hope that you're still excited about math. I know that y'all are, and it's been great to see that in the comments and the support that you give me, and hopefully that I can give back to you. So the three announcements, one of them I'm excited about and fairly nervous about. The second one is about the next three different subjects that we're going to be filming in order so you can get prepared for that. And lastly, about textbooks. I get a lot of comments and questions about textbooks, and so I'm going to cover that once and for all. So the first announcement, the one that I'm most excited about, I made this shirt in hopes of supporting you to show you what I believe in, because I believe in you and I know that you can do this. And I gave a whole video about it, actually, if you saw that. So I got a lot of feedback, and I did not do this for this reason, but a lot of people wanted this shirt. And so I hope that you were not joking with me, because I just went out and spent a lot of money on shirts, and I set up a business for like the first time ever where you can buy these shirts. I'm really excited about it, but I'm very nervous. So I hope that you are not teasing me, because I have a whole lot of these shirts. So I'm going to put a link up here. So if you would like to buy the Professor Leonard Believes in Me or the Professor Leonard Believes in You shirt, so I have two options. I'm going to put a link hopefully on the video in a little card or down in the description, or both places, where you can click on a Shopify. And if you would like this shirt, there's lots of colors, and there's two different sayings that we can have. So you can get Professor Leonard Believes in Me, which is you, or Professor Leonard Believes in You, which is somebody else. So anyway, Professor Leonard Believes in You, exactly like this, or this word can be changed to the me. So whichever one you want, lots of colors, lots of sizes. We're going to be selling them for $25. That is free shipping to anywhere in the contiguous United States. A minimal charge for Alaska and Hawaii, and then $7 for international shipping. So I'm trying to keep the cost down as much as possible. I'm doing this because I know some of y'all wanted the shirts, so I'm trusting that. And hopefully, man, I got a lot of these darn shirts. So hopefully you really do want the shirts. So anyhow, you can go there and get those. Again, I tried to keep the cost down. I looked at how much they cost me, how much the tax, because it's a business tax now, is costing me, how much the packaging would be, how much the shipping is, and then I rolled that into one bundle, $25, and that's with free shipping. So I'm doing the best I can for you. So hopefully you're excited about that, because I'm super excited about that. I think that's going to be great. I really want to know that have people get more excited about math, and know that I really do want to support the math community and you, my community. So that's the first announcement, and man, it's going to be cool. So the second one, or it's going to be really expensive. So either way, it's going to go. The second one is about the next three subjects that I'm going to be filming. So I am in the middle, probably about a third of the way done with the differential equations. I have about 2/3 of the way left. I think that's how math works, pretty sure. So I'm going to continue to film those, and I'll be very consistent. It's going to take me a while. So in order to get some other subjects rolling out, starting in the fall, I'm also going to be recording pre-calculus. You see there's a gap between my intermediate algebra and my calculus series. I need to fill that gap. So as I'm continuing to film differential equations, I'm not going to stop that. I'm going to start filming pre-calculus, which is college algebra and trigonometry, so in that succession. So that's the next one I'm going to film. After that, I've got a lot of comments about statistics. I'm going to finish the statistics lessons. So I end it a little bit early with hypothesis testing. We're going to go into 2 sample hypothesis tests. We'll go into a little bit more about ANOVA. We'll go into independence. We'll go into linear regression, maybe some other types of regression, but I'm going to finish that out. After that, we should be done with differential equations. Then, when we finish differential equations, you are going to get linear algebra. And that is the next 3 subjects that I'm going to film. So it's kind of 4, really. Differential equations, then pre-calculus, statistics, and linear algebra. It's going to take me a while. But again, I told you that I'm planning on doing this forever. So as long as you are watching, I will keep making videos. And so that's what we're going to do. The last announcement that I want to talk about is about textbooks. I get a lot of people who ask me about textbooks. What do you use? So I want to tell you, I got to be honest with you. When I make these lessons up, I'm using at least 3 different textbooks. I'm also using my own notes that I make up, a lot of my own examples, things that I learned from way back when I took this stuff, things that I've come up with that I've been teaching it, modifications to my notes. I teach the class at least 3-4 times before I start to even think about filming these. And that gives me a really strong base from which to pull information to give you the best possible lessons that I can. So a lot of times in math, most textbooks follow a certain outline. So some people said, hey, you're using the whatever textbook or this textbook, and they're going to follow pretty close. My best advice for people who want to get the textbook, there is not really a certain textbook that I use for my notes or videos. When I teach a class, of course, I do use a textbook, and I've used many of them. So I can't give a single recommendation on any textbook for any class I teach. What I would suggest to you is go on some sort of a book selling website and look for used textbooks. Get like 2 or 3 of them. I mean, I think one time I furnished a class with textbooks that were 92 cents each. We used an old edition. There's nothing wrong with that. Math hasn't changed in a real long time for most of the subjects that we teach. So if you get just 2, 3 different textbooks they're relatively cheap, some older editions, and go through them, you're going to see a lot of similarities, and you will pick up some things that one textbook teaches really well and one doesn't. But put together, you get a more full understanding of the subject. So if you want that, if you want to follow along with something, get a couple of them. You really can't go wrong with a lot of the big names out there. Me personally, I wouldn't buy a new textbook if I were you guys, because they're extremely expensive and the information in older editions is identical. So save yourself some money. I'm not in the business of selling textbooks. It's way too expensive for you guys. So anyway, that is the best I can tell you. So I don't really give a lot of specific textbook advice because of the way that I make my stuff. And I don't want to have you go out and buy the latest, greatest, newest textbook and spend $150 on it. That's crazy. Get yourself some old editions, as many as you can afford with a reasonable amount. I mean, last time when I prepped for differential equations, I think about 4 textbooks. I'd spend more than $30 on it. And then I pulled out my old notes and pulled out another textbook I had on hand. So that's the way I do things. I hope that makes sense. I hope you're excited about the shirts. Again, there's lots of colors, lots of sizes, 2 phrases. We will be putting up more product on there. My wife has a good idea about making up some decals. There's real cheap, well, not cheaply made, but cheap to you, decals that you can put on whatever you want. So we're going to try to get that rolling out. I hope that the announcements were good for you, good for me. I hope you're excited about the new subjects coming out, and I hope that the textbook thing makes sense. So again, hey, have a wonderful summer. I will be filming still. Of course, this is my summer too, so I get to get a lot of work done around the house, but you will see videos coming up, and in the fall, we're going to be really hammering it hard with a new subject. We're going to do pre-calculus. So take care, keep watching. Thank you so much again for your support. I hope that I'm providing to you what you need to be successful in math. So I'm very pleased with all of you. Thank you very much.